Welcome to this episode of Learning Fusion. In today's episode, we're going to start talking about compositing. So let's go ahead and roll this intro and let's jump into it.
We're learning fusion together. We'll learn 2D stuff and 3D stuff and particle stuff and compositing stuff, deep pixel stuff and tracking stuff, but not other stuff, but some other cool stuff, because we're learning fusion together.
So in DaVinci Resolve Fusion, we can do the traditional compositing. It's not as robust as something like Nuke or other dedicated compositing software like that, but you can still use it for general compositing. So what is compositing? Basically, compositing is just combining multiple medias together. So technically, we've got this green screen, and if we took a little text node, a merge, let's throw our original green screen in this background, our text into the little foreground there. We look at our merge node, we can add a text, compositing. We just composited in Fusion. We took one type of media and composited it with another type of media. So how advanced or how basic you get is up to you. That's compositing. So in this episode, we're just going to do a basic compositing, and I'm going to walk you through this. And then I'm going to do a second compositing episode where we do a little more in-depth compositing with 3D stuff and regular footage and how to go about doing that. And then I'm going to actually have a third compositing episode where we're talking about deep pixel compositing. So let's go ahead and delete this. And actually, we'll keep our little merge there, but we'll disconnect it. So in this episode, we're just going to take this little green screen footage we've got of our little cowgirl here, and we're going to use a Western background, and we're going to composite them together. So I've already keyed. We've talked about keying out using the Delta keyer. So I've got a key already. That way this video is a little shorter, but it's a simple key using the Delta keyer, and I threw a polygon on there just to throw a garbage mat on. So when we composite, we use merge nodes in general to composite things together. We can also use a multi-merge if we want to bring many things in at once, but the merge node is your most basic compositing tool. So we can take our little background and put it into our merge background, our keyed out footage, input it into our foreground, and if we look, we've got our two pieces of footage composited together using the merge node. But of course, this isn't all there is when it comes to compositing. We want to make it a little bit better and make it look a little more real. Now, one thing is when we're compositing, it's really not normal to take stock footage like this for compositing. We're not just going to find a random footage of some girl and a random footage of some background, composite it, and make a product out of it. It's really not going to happen. You're going to have a specific shoot to create something. So we would have a specific shoot with this model because we wanted to put her in this background. Therefore, we would use the lighting of our background to make sure we lit our model accordingly. That's how it works in real film production. So we always want to make sure our lighting matches where we're putting them. Because in this right here, you can clearly see that it is two different pieces of footage just composited on top of each other. And there are some things we can do to make our composite a little better. So in the compositing world, we do things like color adjustment. So we can throw a little color adjustment or a color corrector on our model there. And we can go up here and I'm just going to select her midtones and I'm going to warm them up a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. And I'm probably going to do the same thing to her highlights. Just warm them up a little more. And there we go. And when we're looking at compositing, we're kind of comparing different footages. We really want to look at specific things in our shots. So like in this shot, we can kind of see the coloring that's going on and the coloring that's going on in our little foreground here. If we zoom in here, you can see they're really not matching up too much. This is a little more contrasty than this. So you can do things like up your saturation if you want. And let's get on our master there. You can up your saturation and make it a little more saturated if you want. You can increase your contrast, but it's going to increase your contrast on everything. So we need to take this and mask our color off. So now when we increase our contrast, it's just increasing the contrast on our model there. So I like to zoom in and try to compare contrast of my different footage, but that is a little too much. So we can back that off a little bit. And there we go. Slightly better. Now also in the compositing world, we can do other things like add elements on top and in between each other to make it more realistic. So I have these three little footages here, and this one is just like a little dust wave going. So we can take that and put it in one place. We've got this other little dust wave going. We can put that somewhere. So I'm going to grab this. We're going to add another merge node. And I'm going to bring this into my foreground and connect this here. And we're going to pop our little dust in there. Now, how we composite these together is one, we got to make a couple changes to this because it's the wrong size. So shift space, I can add a resize node. And it's going to resize our footage correctly to our little project here. And also, I'm going to want to move that. So after my resize node, I'm going to throw a transform. And I'm going to transform it down. And let's look at what we're doing. There we go. And I might actually make it a little larger. Bring it up so that bottom part is hidden. So there we go. We've got a little dust going on in the background. And if we go to our merge, we can look at our merge, and right here we have all these different apply modes. And if you want an in-depth node breakdown on all these apply nodes and what the merge node does, I do have one, so you can check that out. The link will be in the description. But we're going to use screen because we just want to screen out that black stuff in there. So now if I play, we've got this little bit of dust kind of going in the background lightly. And on our merge node, we can knock this down. So if we go to our settings, and I'm going to change our blend to like, I don't know, 0.5. So it's not so prevalent, but we're getting a little more movement down there behind our actress. And I know on YouTube compression, you're probably really not going to see that much, but I promise you there's dust going across. So what can we do next? Now we've got our model with some dust going across, and there's some other things we can do to composite this a little better. We've got another dust wave, so technically we can bring another merge node in. Take our new merge node here. We're going to go from this to our background, and then we've got this dust here. We can bring it into the foreground, and now if we look, we've got our dust, but we need to go to this merge and select screen as well. So now we've got that dust that now looks like snow kind of flying in front of our model there. But there's a few things we can do. One, we can add a color corrector, and we're going to make this a little brownish. So it's got kind of a brownish tint going to it. And then on our merge node, we can also go ahead and go to our settings and drop this way, 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 way down so it's not so prevalent. And there we go. We have some elements kind of going in front of everything. Additionally, we've got this other dust wave. We can go ahead and add that. So shift space, resize node. We're going to resize it. There we go. And then we're going to add a transform. And we'll go ahead and make this one a little larger as well. Let's look at what we're doing. There we go, larger. We're going to bring it down. So now we've got this dust that we can put in front of our actress. And let's actually make that a lot larger so it's covering more of her. Let's bring this over to, there we go. So we've got this dust we can put in front of our actor there. So we can bring in another merge node and put this to the background. Our new little dust into the foreground of this merge node. If we go to this merge node, again, select screen. So now we've got some dust kind of flying in front of our actress there as well. And again, on this one, I'm going to go to our settings and I'm going to drop this down to like 0.5 so it's not so prevalent. But there we go. We've got multiple elements kind of covering our model and it's looking decent. Now, one thing we would want to do also is do some final color. So we can go over this, add another color corrector, and we can change up our color however we want. So if we want to add a little orangish hue to it, we can change everything like our gamma and our lift and all that fun stuff to get the look we're looking for. And then, of course, we can do other things like we can add our new little Cine Focus node that we went over the other day. And once we do, look at that, it kind of brings it in all together. So we can change our aperture size to, 0.5. So it's not so much. And there we go. Push play. That's our updated look that we've got right now. And then, of course, we can add other things like the film look creator on it. We can turn some of this other stuff off. Drop some of that down. It's a little much. But there we go. We've got a nice new composite of this little Western film look going on. But we went from this, added this, a bunch of other elements like dust and stuff, and now we got that. So that's the basics of compositing, and that's what compositing is in Fusion. So just being creative, getting the look you're looking for. And again, compositing is just adding multiple media files and multiple media types together to get the look you're looking for. So just remember, in our next episode, it is not going to be this short. It's going to be much longer because we're going to be doing some real footage with some 3D elements inside it, and it's going to be a little different and a little longer. So I will see you in the next episode of Learning Fusion.